Hi everyone, today we're going to look at working with integers. So first off, what's an integer? Well, an integer is essentially a number, and it's a number that can be positive or negative. And let's list this the following way. So you can have positive integers or negative integers, and you can make them fall within a set. Okay, so that's like a curly bracket, and here's what we're going to do. So we could have the number, let's start over here, 0. That's an integer. Next would be 1, then 2, 3, and so forth. So the 3 dots mean it would keep going. Okay, and that pattern would continue getting all the integers. We can also go the other way. We can have negative integers. So we can have -1, -2, and so forth. Okay, you would keep going negative. Here's some numbers that are not integers. So fractions or decimals. Fraction decimals are not integers. So another way of thinking of integers. When we work with integers, there's 4 basic operations. We can add them. So we use a plus symbol. We could subtract with a negative or subtract symbol. We could also multiply them. Or we could divide them. And we often divide with this symbol or like that. Okay? Let's look at adding and subtracting integers. And to do that, let's draw out a number line. So let me draw that out, and you should too. I'll show you how it works. Alright, this works best with a ruler. Here we go. So a nice horizontal line, and on that line we say that it continues forever to the right and to the left. Okay, and usually in the middle you have 0, the middle integer from our set, and we can go forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you could continue it if you need to. You can go backwards, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, and we'll write those in. Okay, so let's show you how this works. Let's say, for example, you have to do 1 plus 3. So I'd like you to think of that as being at 1, and then you need to go forward 3. So you can actually draw that out. Oftentimes you just sort of use your pencil and lightly move forward. Now I'm going to draw it out just to show you what it looks like. So if you're at 1 and you gain 1, 2, 3, well, that's equal to 4. Okay. Another example, would that be example 1, example 2. What if we have 2 things and we lose 4? In other words, we subtract 4. We would be here, and we'd have to go this way and lose 4 items. Okay, so I'll change color. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we had 2 things and we lose 4, we're actually at -2. Okay. All right, everyone. Next up, I'd like you to draw on a fresh sheet of paper a big number line. Okay. Make it go as far back as, say, -8, even -10 if you want, all the way. Now mine goes to 5, but yours could even go all the way to 10. Okay, and then you'll use this number line to help you with the next few examples and some practice questions. So pause the video and draw this out. Come back when you're done. Let's look at doing some adding with our integers. Okay, so the first one we're going to do here, first off, it's called to evaluate. So we're going to evaluate 4 plus 3. Okay, so this is a positive 4, and you know that because there's no sign on it. Anytime a number has no sign on it, you know it's positive. Then it says to add +3. Now this one tells you it's +3. Sometimes you'll see that. Okay, what you have to realize here is a positive sign with a positive sign makes a positive. So the way you write this out, put an equal right below here, just to the left. Okay, and it's 4. And 2 positive signs here are really like one positive sign. So it's 4 plus 3, and that's 7. Okay? You can confirm that too with your number line. So if you're at 4 and you go up 3, so 1, 2, 3, you arrive at 7. Okay? See how I extended my number line? You could do that too if yours is too short at any time. Example 2 here, what if you had minus 4 plus minus 3? Think of that as you're down 4 things, and you're going to add on, you're down more, another 3 things. So it's sort of like you're adding on being down more. Okay, and here's how the sign rules work. First off, minus 4, you have to keep this sign. But when these two signs meet, plus with minus is actually going to result in a minus. It means to take away. So it's negative 4, take away 3. These two signs become negative. And you'd be down 7 things. You'd have negative 7. You want to see that visually on your number line. You go to 4, negative 4, excuse me, and you have to go down 1, 2, 3. Okay, subtracting away moves to the left. So down 3 would go, you're at negative 4, and you go down 1, 2, 3. You're down 7, or you're at negative 7. So example 3 here, you see I have 5 with brackets. Well, that just really means 5. Sometimes you'll see that, okay? Or sometimes you'll see a plus 5 in here, and it still just means 5. And then you follow the order of operations. It says to add minus 3. Well, then again, you have this add and a subtract, and a negative with a positive, or a positive with a negative, however you want to look at it, always gives a negative. Okay? And then that means we're taking 3 away from 5, and 5 take away 3 is 2. Let's try another one. Let's say we are shown that we have negative 6 with the addition of positive 2. So this just means negative 6. There's nothing happening in that bracket other than negative 6. And here we see plus with plus, and we could circle it, but we should just be getting better at this, and we see 2 positives. Well, that's just a positive, okay? And you're going to add 2. And if you had 6 things that were negative, and you gain 2, well, now you have minus 4. And you can see that on the number line. If you were at negative 6 and you gain 2, so you have to go to the right when you gain stuff, 1, 2, you're at minus 4. Let's try some subtractions now. So let's try the following example. So here it says negative 4 subtract negative 2. You have to think of it this way. It really means negative 4 take away a subtraction. So get rid, this negative sign means take away a subtraction, which would be like you no longer have to subtract, so you're sort of adding it in. So we think of 2 negative signs here. If they ever meet, they become an addition. So it becomes minus 4 plus 2. And if we check that on our number line, we see that it's just this. Okay? You're at negative 4, and you gain 1, 2. So the answer would be negative 2. Alright, so negative 2. You can also do this with your calculator. So grab your calculator and let's try. On your calculator, you're going to have to find the negative symbol. And here's mine. And the negative symbol is right here. It's got the brackets and then a subtract symbol. That means negative. It's different. This one here is different from subtract. Okay? So if I want to get negative 4, I would then punch, my calculator requires me to put the negative symbol first, then put 4. Okay, and I can hit equal to see that it's actually negative 4. Some calculators, you'll have to go 4 and then make it negative. Not mine though, it gets an error. So it depends on your calculator. So negative 4, okay, I hit equal so I can see it. Then I need to add 2. And I realize the answer is minus 2, so it checks out. Alright, you try this one. Pause the video and see if you get the right answer. Here's the answer for you. So the double negative becomes positive, and it's 6 plus 2 gives 8. Alright, let's summarize those sign rules so we can always remember them, something we want to have by heart. If you end up with a positive and a positive, the result is they become and stay, rather they stay positive. Okay? If a positive runs into a negative sign, we learned that that becomes negative. Also, if a negative sign runs into a positive sign, that also becomes negative. In the last few examples, we saw that if two negative signs come together, if you subtract a subtract, or subtract a negative number, this ends up being positive. So those are some sign rules you're going to want to know by heart. Alright everyone, hopefully you've caught everything in this video. Be sure to rewind and have a good note written for all of this. And let's move on, talk to your teacher and see what's next.